Good morning. Welcome to 3 Minute Manna. It is good to see you. Pardon me for being gone for a few days, but it's good to be back. Good to be back in the routine of things. Hope you're doing well. It is Old Testament Monday today. Our reading today comes from Exodus chapter 18. It is the account of Jethro talking to Moses. Exodus 18 verse 13, So it was on the next day that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood before Moses from morning until evening. So when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did for the people, he said, What is this thing that you are doing for the people? Why do you alone sit and all the people stand before you from morning until evening? And Moses said to his father-in-law, Because the people come to me to inquire of God. Verse 17, it says, So Moses' father-in-law said to him, The thing that you do is not good. Both you and these people who are with you will surely wear yourselves out. Jethro is going to advise him to find men who might be able to help him and to somewhat, in a sense, delegate the work out so that it is not too overburdensome. I want to talk about what good came from this as Jethro advised him and as Moses consulted the Lord, it talks about, and as he found men who were able to help. Number one is that Moses, he did not need to get burnt out, right? If Moses got burnt out, that would not be good for anybody. When a man or a woman, when they get burnt out, right? New Testament says, do not grow weary in doing good. If Moses grew weary in doing good, he would not be any good for anybody. You might think about what's going to keep him out of the promised land, right? Sometimes when you get burned out, you lose your patience, you lose your diligence, you lose a lot of good things. And Moses needed to make sure that he did not get burnt out. That's number one good thing that came from this. But also, in doing this, it was going to promote leadership within Israel, is what it was going to do, right? As he found men who were going to step up to the plate and help, it was going to promote leadership. And that is always a good thing. That is always a good thing. Moses could not do it alone. He needed to do what he needed to do to promote leadership within the congregation. And what that would do, as a third point you might think about, it would keep people from thinking that this was Moses' nation. That they needed to understand that perhaps Moses did not need to have the preeminence, if you will. You might think about the things going on up in New York with the Pope and things like that, and how he basically wants the preeminence. And what this would do with Moses, it would keep people from thinking that this belonged to Moses, that they were Moses' people, because they were God's people. And of course, ultimately, what it's about is the work needed to be done. Moses was not able to do all the work himself, so he needed help. And that's what we need to see. It is okay to admit that you need help. There's nothing wrong with that. And also, it is okay to listen to other folks when they're trying to help you. Moses listened to Jethro simply because he was wanting to help. Hope you enjoyed this study. God bless you. Hope you have a good day. Hope to see you tomorrow morning. Thank you for studying with us.